Keeley Hawes has just made an observation. He's got hardly any clothes on, you said there.
I said, well, most people on the show today have hardly any clothes on, do they?
We can see what happens in 15 minutes' time. Keeley went undercover in Spooks. She went back to the 80s in Ashes to Ashes. And now she's after, I suppose you could call them cunning criminals, in her new series, which is on ITV tonight, and that is Identity.
My name is Alex Drake. This is Detective Superintendent Martha Lawson.
For this operation you were called Sophie.
If we catch a criminal, when we catch a criminal, it's nothing.
What's your bra size? Out of your league. That's my bra size.
Cops and robbers.
I don't want to do this anymore. It took me 5 years to get this unit greenlit. I've got one to prove its worth.
Let's fire out the quattro.
If you think that impresses me, you are very much mistaken. Right, well, we go back to the start. We find the thing that doesn't fit. I can't ever trust you again! I'm watching you.
Well, she's watching us. We're watching her tonight, ITV1 at 9 o'clock tonight. So how long have you signed up in the police for? After Ashes to Ashes, now there's this. Yeah, it's a full-time career, this police business.
Well, we shot this Identity sort of over a year ago, so it doesn't feel, you know,
yes,
like I've been doing it forever.
Yes, yes.
And I just had a nice 5 months off.
Oh.
5 months? Yes. Which is lovely.
Break, isn't it, for someone like you? Because I know the offers must come in all the time.
When you've got lots of things coming out like Ashes and like Identity, it's quite nice to sit indoors and
Yeah, I suppose it is. But we've had a couple of weeks off, and therefore we join you at episode 3 tonight with Identity. Now, this unit that you run in the programme, do these really exist in real life?
They don't exist.
No?
Which is very strange. I think most of the cases sort of get put into all sorts of different divisions, but this is a fictitious identity unit,
yeah.
Which is good because it sort of gives us a bit of...
But one would have thought that in this computer age that identity theft, big problem, and that these specialist units would exist. Have you been a victim of identity theft yourself?
I have really, in very little ways, you know, with kind of credit card theft and,
yes.
You know, people ringing up and saying it's this special... whoever they are, you know, who call and say, are you in Spain? And you say, no, I'm in...
Yes, and have you spent £14,000 buying new tires or something like that?
No.
Yeah.
But wasn't it was something like £7,000 in a supermarket?
It was in a supermarket.
Yes. Well, all at once?
No, it's sort of gradually over a couple... So we hadn't noticed because it's a sort of, you know, an account where bills are paid from, so it's not something where you say, well, you know, or you've been to Bond Street and you shouldn't have been, or whatever. It's just,
yeah,
you know, all the boring
in that
stuff
one.
goes on there. So, so that did happen to us a couple of times.
When you say us, husband is Matthew McFadden.
Yes.
Yeah, is he McFadden or Fadgen?
He's McFadden.
Fadden. Oh, is that?
McFadden.
Oh, Fadden, that's right.
Yeah.
And what's Matthew up to these days?
He has gone off, and he's about to start shooting a film about the Three Musketeers, which is a big 3D... He's claiming it's work.
That's fantastic.
Does that mean he has to come home in leather boots and frilly
Yes,
shirts?
it does.
I like the sound of that.
It's very frisky on here this morning, isn't it, this show?
I suppose we're all a little bit mad. Things are going a bit haywire here
Silver dress and all the boys outside.
Oh, dear.
We're talking of dressing up, because you do a lot of running around in high
Yes,
heels.
I do. That montage was a perfect example.
So I noticed you've got your flats on today,
I
so
have.
are you naturally a high-heeled girl or not?
I like a bit of both, but I'm very tall, so I tend to, you know, sort of wear these.
But there's a difference between standing elegantly in high heels and running about being a policewoman.
I'm quite good at running about now. Yes.
But you've also starred in a cult series, and therefore that will always be with you, the Ashes to Ashes phenomenon. Were you prepared for that?
No, I wasn't prepared in any way for that, which is probably, looking back, a little bit naive of me. But it does fall into the category, you know, the Doctor Who category,
yes.
And Star Trek, and I was sort of oblivious to the whole world, you know, that encompasses. And it's a very nice place to be. You know, the fans are very loyal, and they love it. You know, there's a big fan base out there for it. So.
And one of TV's all-time great characters in the form of Gene Hunt. Let's have a look.
Yes, indeed.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to a revival of The Caretaker at the Royal Court.
Are you?
No.
You know, we've been through a lot together, you and I. Professionally and
You know, in other ways.
Come on, spit it out, Balls.
Let's have dinner together tonight.
Why?
Because I get the feeling that we won't have very many more opportunities, that's why.
What, date?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Keeley,
was it love?
I think it was love. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think ultimately they loved each other in whatever way.
Whatever way you can when you're dead.
Whatever way you can when you're dead and you don't know, and you're, you know, trying not to fall in love with someone because you're hoping to get out of there anytime soon. So, yeah.
Were you happy with the way it ended? Did it surprise you? Did you know how it was going to end?
They gave us all the script and it was quite a nice surprise, you know, because we'd all sit on set going, what do you think, you know, what do you think? There's lots of that. Speculation went on. And no one really got it, actually. So when they told us, there was a big sort of sobbing read-through, mainly me. And it was lovely. I was really, really pleased with what they did, Matthew and Ashley, who wrote it. I'm really, really pleased. I thought it was a very fitting end, actually.
And in terms of your acting CV, when you look at Ashes to Ashes, where does that rank?
It's really up there. I had the best 3 years ever. You know, it really had its moments, and all the guys in it, I absolutely adore them, you know, and the people that we worked with. You know, it's like anything, when you work very closely with people like on this, you know, you get to know everybody so well, and they become an extension of your family, inevitably, you know, whether you like it or not, in some cases.
Well, we're all getting to know you so well now, with not only your frequency on the box, but during adverts as well, and you're a makeup commercial that you have as well. What is it like to be a style icon? I mean,
that's very nice.
There's a bit of pressure. I mean, is there the pressure that you've always got to be perfectly made up, for instance? Or?
No, I think with what I do with Number 7 is that it's arranged for everybody. You know, we all grew up with it, and there's something quite nice. And I think it's one of the reasons I do it, actually, because I'm clearly not sort of perfect. You know, I'm not Claudia Schiffer, and I'm not, you know, kind of trying to pretend that I am. Hopefully, that's what I like to think. You know, the reason I do it.
Well,
and I have lots of
teenage,
you know, it's very attainable. And lots of teenage girls who write to me, and lots of people, you know, and it's very affordable, and it's.
And what about being recognised when you're out now? Has that increased a lot? Do you like it? Can you cope with it?
He said, God, you don't look anything like I thought you would.
No, you're much softer looking. I mean, the police images that they give you are harsher, I think.
Yes, yeah, no, yeah. I think you're right. But, yeah, we do get recognised, and it's always generally very nice. You know?
Yeah.
It's always very nice. Or people just think they went to school with you or something.
Well, Identity tonight. Do you know what the plot is tonight? We've got a clip of this.
I do.
Yes, what happens tonight?
We're going to show... Sarah Smart is our guest tonight. And it's... show the clip.
Okay.
Show the clip, and then you can tell us.
I read his file.
So I gather. I asked you to stay away.
I came here to help.
What is more, they know that I asked you to stay away. Now, I know that this is hard for you, but please just do your level best to answer me honestly. Okay? Is it just too late for you to be part of a team?
I don't know.
And he's the naughty boy, isn't he?
He's very
a bit of
naughty.
the loose cannon that the rest of the team aren't quite sure about.
Yes. Martha can't quite see it yet, so...
And Martha Lawson, how would you describe her? She runs this unit, she's the character you play.
Martha has created this unit, and she's got it all together. She's an incredibly ambitious woman, and she... Actually, it's interesting because when you start something like that, you're given, in the case of Identity, I was actually given 4 completed episodes, which is really unusual. With Ashes, I was only given 1. You know, usually you just get to see the first one, but I had no idea where it was going, actually, or where she was going.
Yeah.
And it's only really by episode 6 that we get to see her home life or anything really about her. She's quite mysterious.
Yeah.
Up
She's
to that
protecting her
point.
identity, you see. That's
Well, you see...
Maybe she's not who she seems.
But actually, because his is so interesting, I think it was a good idea to do it like that, because otherwise it sort of would have watered it down if we're learning all about all the characters' backgrounds, you know. When the stories of the week are so strong, it's quite good to sort of focus on those things.
Yeah. And what's next for you?
I'm about to start a really lovely project, sort of as of tomorrow, really, for the BBC. But I can't say what it is because they won't let me because the cast isn't completely.
Is
in
it a
place.
period drama?
It's a period drama.
Right.
I'm so excited.
Costumes.
This is like.
See it at Christmas. Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
will.
Well, get the idea.
Yes. It's.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it.
Okay. Well, very good.
Thank
Your
you.
house will be fun. The husband with swords, you with the dresses, whatever.
Identity is tonight at 9 o'clock. Thank
Lovely
you.
seeing you. Thank you very much.
The last time we were supposed to meet you weren't very well.
No,
so it's
I
nice
had
to
a
see you
bad
better.
eye and it wasn't a pretty sight. So.
Well, nice to see you. Thank you.